right. Comfortable seat. Close the eyes. Take a moment and feel the spine lengthen. And then draw the shoulder blades back and down. Just feel your way into this here now moment. All right, let's start to connect to deeper Ujjayi breath. Inhale, big full breath. And exhale. Closing the back of the throat just a little bit to create a soft whisper. Right, slide the hands onto the belly here. Start to breathe into the belly, noticing how the belly feels. And then bring the hands a little bit higher up onto the rib cage. And then breathe here up to the ribs. And then bring the hands all the way up to heart. And then take some really deep breaths here up to the heart, feeling. Encourage your heart to feel with each breath. So some of you might have a whole story running through your head right now, maybe lost in thought. Keep going back to how the breath feels in the body, especially up to the heart right now. All right, let's set our intention for our practice today. My wife, Stephanie, many of you know her, and I were just talking today how it feels like there's waves of emotion that are happening both within ourselves and globally. I call it like global anxiety is happening right now. But it's not static, it's dynamic. Things are always shifting and changing within ourselves. And many of us are just kind of too busy to kind of just take a moment. And so let's offer up practice as a way to hold space for whatever is arising for you today in your world. And so like my saying is we feel all the feels. We feel all the feels. And so let's get even more specific to that. I'd like you over the next couple of breaths to choose an area that tends to hold your emotional stuff. And so, for example, like if feeling anxiety, I tend to feel mine in my heart and in my belly area, especially my solar plexus, the space between the belly and the chest, the diaphragm. Others of you might be kind of carrying around your depression in your head or in your shoulders, and you're kind of feeling sloped down. Still, others of you might be running anxiety or stress through your jaw, right? Lots of jaw and neck stuff tends to arise with stress. Okay, anywhere, it's, I'm just going to offer them some examples, but there's lots of different places for this stuff. And so take a couple of deep breaths, feel for that. And then slide your hands onto this area you want to work with that's holding some tone for you. And just take a couple of deep breaths into that area and just notice. Like right now, when I breathe up to my heart, I can feel some relief. My heart's going, oh, thank you for paying attention to me. But there's also kind of some sense of tears, or not really big tears, but just like my watery eyes, I would call it. And so check what's going on in your area when you breathe up into it. Is there a sense of vulnerability? Is there a sense of relief? Is there a sense of, no, please don't do this. I'm not ready to feel right now. It could be all those things or different. And so today we just holds a space for this. Every pose is right. If you feel safe, if it feels right for you, breathe in and notice and hold a space. Just pay attention. That's all we're exploring in this practice. Pay attention. Just to feel the feels. Bring your hands in prayer and find the heart. Setting our intention today with one Om. Exhale all the breath out. Inhaling. And release the hands. Open the eyes. Bring the legs out in front of you and shake them out. I'm going to post the Spotify playlist in there again if you need it. Good. Bring the feet back into Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet are touching. Some of you use a prop underneath the butt if this is too challenging. Good. Or you can also crisscross your legs if it's too much. So you can do it with legs. Bring the left hand down about 12 inches from the left hip. Reach the right hand up. In. Good. Now reaching the right hand up and over for a side body stretch. Breathe into the right side body. Good. Let your neck relax here. Good. Let the left ear release toward the shoulder. So you're not exploring this little side body stretch, but you're also exploring the neck. And use your breath as a tool here to get into those areas. All right, keeping your side bend. Inhale, reaching the right up. Then bring the right hand down about 12 inches above the floor. Palm facing down. Now move your head slightly back and forth and start to unwind any stress, any tension you got in your neck and jaw. Just move it around a little bit, feel it around. Inhale, coming back. Neutral. Let's move on to the second side. Right down about 12 inches away from the right hip. Reach your left hand up. Inhaling. And exhale, hand up and over. Breathe big here. Use your breath as a tool. First of all, to bring awareness to different body parts, but also as a tool to move the energy. Right? Emotional energy is really deeply energetic body. And so we can move our energy with our breath. Inhale, reaching the left hand up. And then bring the left hand down about 12 inches above the floor. And so neck release here. Move it forward, move it slightly back. Right. And then inhale, pull yourself up to an upright position. Coming into a forward fold, either in Baddha Konasana or simple seated pose. Grab onto the feet. Gently pull yourself into the forward fold or walk the hands farther forward. About the breath here. We have a cat who's rubbing on me right now named Kali, and she's named after the Hindu goddess of destruction, which is apt for our pride. The Hindu goddess Kali is destroyer of what, but the intention of the destruction is to kind of build something new out of it. And perfect for what our world's going through right now. Inhale, come on back up. Good. Release the legs out in front of you and come all the way onto your back. And I'm going to destroy your abs today with core work. Yay. All right, some options. Some of you are newer to this practice. Your lower back is feeling super tweaky. Keep your feet on the ground, explore this elbow to knee. Hands come behind the back of the head and release the fingers. If you want more, lift the knees so that they're over the hips. Feet, knees about hip width apart. Feet are just over the knees. Inhale, lifting shoulder blades off the mat. Elbows reach up toward the sky. Good. Hold the breath. Press lower on the ground. Curl tailbone up. Good. Exhale, elbows toward the left thigh. Reach out through the right leg. Reach out through the ball of the right foot. Good. Inhale, back to center. Hold the breath. Press lower back in the ground. Curl tailbone up. Exhale, elbows toward the right thigh. Reach out through the left leg. Reach out to the ball of the foot, lifting shoulder blade off the mat. Good. Inhale, back to center. Hold the breath. Press lower back in the ground. Curl up. Good. Exhale, elbows toward the left thigh. Reach out through the right leg. Reach out to the ball of the foot. Lift the shoulder blade off the mat. Feel the core engage. Inhale, back to center. Some of you used to moving through these really fastly. Slow down. Slow down. Hold the breath. Press lower back in the ground. Curl tailbone up. Exhale, elbows toward the right thigh. Reach out through the left leg. I just think I just made the word fastly. I don't know about that. Lift the shoulder blade off the mat. Good. Inhale, back to center. And let's add on some more subtle movements here. Hold the breath. Press lower back in the ground. Curl tailbone up. Exhale, elbows toward the left thigh. Reach right leg. Pull the belly down at the bottom. Exhale, lift your left shoulder blade off the mat a little more. Good. Back to center. Hold the breath. Press lower back in the ground. Curl tailbone up. Exhale, elbow the right thigh. Reach out through the left leg. Reach out through the ball of the foot. Lift the shoulder off the mat. Pull the belly down. Inhale, back to center. Keep doing them. Hold the breath. Press lower back in the ground. Curl tailbone up. Good, Olga. Exhale, elbows toward the left thigh. Reach out through the right leg. Pull the belly down. Lift the shoulder blade off the mat. Good. Inhale, back to center. Hold the breath. Press lower back in the ground. Curl tailbone up. Exhale, elbows toward the right thigh. Reach out through the left leg. Reach out to the ball of the foot. Pull the belly down. Reach out the ball of the foot. Lift the shoulder blade off the mat a little bit more. Good. Inhale, back to center. Knees over the hips. Feet just below the knees. Hold the breath. Press lower back in the ground. Curl tailbone up. Exhale, elbows toward the left. I reach out through the right leg. Reach out to the ball of the foot. Good. Now pause here a moment longer. Curl tailbone up a second time. Lift your left shoulder blade off the mat. Both elbows reaching toward your left thigh. Good. Inhale, back center. Hold the breath. Press lower back in the ground. Curl tailbone up. Exhale, elbows toward the right thigh. Reach out through the left leg. Pull the belly down. Scissor inner thighs together slightly, Riley. Tailbone up a second time. Lift the shoulder blade off the mat. Inhale, back to center. One more round, at least of this one. Hold the breath. Press on the ground. Curl tailbone up. Exhale, elbows toward the left thigh. Reach out through the right leg. Curl tailbone up. Feel the core engage. The shoulder blade off the mat. Back to center. Hold the breath. Press back in the ground. Curl tailbone up. Exhale, elbows toward the right thigh. Reach out through left leg. Curl tailbone up again. Get off the mat. Good. Inhale, back to center. Bring the feet down. Just pause here. Again, feeling. Breathe, feel, notice. Breathe, feel, notice over and over again. Okay. One more set of core, short and sweet, straddle lifting through. Good. You got some choices. So the main choice I'm offering up today is reaching the feet up toward the sky, open legs out to the right and left of you. Some of you, this might be too much with the inner thighs or the lower back or the hamstrings. If it is, you can bend the knees here for frog lifting through. I'm doing it up here, by the way, if you want to see it. But if you're doing frog lifting through, knees are directly out from the hips, feet are at knee height. Okay. All right, here we go. Short and sweet. Here we go. Inhale, lifting shoulder blades off the mat. Elbows reach up toward the sky. Good. With the exhale, curl tailbone up. Pull the belly down. Reach out to the balls of the feet. Lifting the elbows up toward the ceiling. Inhale, lower the sacrum down, but keep your shoulder blades off the mat. So slight little movement in the lower back sacrum. Exhaling, curl tailbone up. Elbows reach up. Pull the belly down. Reach out to the balls of the feet. Good. Inhale, sacrum down, but keep your shoulder blades off. Exhaling, curl tailbone up. Elbows reach up. Pull the belly down. One more. Inhale, lower sacrum down. Exhaling, curl tailbone up. Elbows reach up. Pull the belly down. Good. Inhale, releasing the head down. Guide your legs back to touching. Then bring the feet down. Work your way back on the mat if you've moved your way off the mat. Come into a deep stretch. Reach the hands above the head. Reach legs all the way out. Inhaling. Good. Exhaling. Now reach out through the right hand and right foot, stretching to the right side. And exhale. Reach out through the left hand and left foot, stretching, reaching. And then releasing. All right. Bring the knees and the chest. Roll over onto the right side. And then at about 10 breaths to come into downward dog. 10 breaths. Cat cow maybe. Good. To the practice, I just want to show you this pose. Extended child's pose is a nice pose to know if you're feeling overwhelmed breath. Sinking back onto the heels, big toes touching, forehead on the ground. Not just for beginners, but just so you know, this is an option. You can always modify the practice as needed. About 5 more breaths. One more breath. All right, here we are, downward facing dog. Hands are about shoulder apart, fingers are spread wide. Feet are about hip width apart. Keep pedaling legs out here for a moment, feeling the stretch of the back of the legs. All right, then coming onto your knees, set yourself up for a dog. Bring the elbows down, shoulders, reach over and grab onto your biceps, triceps. And so some of you are grabbing onto your elbows. Walk your hands a little bit higher up toward the shoulders and grab on, actually onto your biceps, triceps. Have the hands all the way around the biceps, triceps. Good, and then keep your elbows where they are. Bring your hands out back in front of you, middle finger pointing straight ahead. Some of you are feeling like the shoulders need a little bit of support. If you need support, interlace the fingers here for support, okay? Inhale, back, let your neck relax. Exhale, turn the toes under. Come on back into your dolphin. Good. Feet are about hip width apart. Keep shifting the weight out. Heels. Now, some of you were in my class today, and you're used to kind of moving much quicker in a vinyasa class. And in some ways, when we hold these poses for longer periods of time, it can be more challenging, not just physically, but mentally, because to keep coming back to our intention. And our intention is to keep feeling, which maybe you're going to use the practice in some ways not to feel so much if you're moving too quickly. That's kind of what I used to do. So breathe, feel, notice into your area. Walk your feet almost to touching each other. Inhale, reaching left foot up toward the sky for dolphin with left leg lifting. Anytime this becomes too much, you can always come out of the pose for a moment and join us as necessary. Amp up your breath as it gets more. Good. Inhale. Exhale, left foot comes back down. Inhale, lift up the right foot up to the sky. All right, right foot comes back down. Pause here for one more breath. All right, back into extended child's pose for a moment. Just feel that. All right, come on back into downward dog. All right, and walk your feet to the front of the mat. Come into a forward fold, reach over, grab onto opposite elbows, flip back and forth here for a moment. All right, releasing here, roll yourself up to standing. All right, to the front of the mat. Bring the hands in prayer. All right, let's reconnect to our intention. You know, these waves or waves of our anxiety or waves of feeling, whether they tend to get stuck and we kind of get in this kind of loop, either of anxiety or depression or whatever it is, because we don't ourselves to feel and try to kind of avoid it. That's why there's a lot of addicts in this world, right? Trying to avoid all the heartbreak, all the shit that's happened to them. And so if you're feeling safe enough, keep coming back to feeling into your area and holding a space for a compassionate space. And classical thumbs. Inhale, reaching the hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Stepping the left foot back. Left knee comes down. Then low lunge, reach up, sink in, feel. And exhale, hands come down. Step the right foot back, plank. Knees come, chest comes down. Coming into low cobra, lifting the chest up, pull the chest forward, inhale. Exhale, lowering, downward dog. Inhale, stepping the left foot forward, bring the right knee down, low lunge. Good, exhale, hands come down, stepping the right foot forward to meet the left. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reaching the hands up. Good, exhale, bring the hands in prayer and follow the heart. Again, inhale, reaching. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, stepping the right foot back, right knee down, low lunge. Good, exhale, hands come down, stepping the foot back, plank, knees come down, chest comes down. Again, low cobra, lift the chest up, inhale. Good, exhale, lowering, come on back into downward dog. Inhale, stepping the right foot forward, left knee comes down, low lunge. Exhale, hands come down, stepping the left foot forward to meet the right. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reaching the hands up. Good, exhale, bring the hands in prayer and find the heart. Again, inhale, reaching. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, step foot back, high lunge, building off of last sun. We call this classical sun modified. Lifting up into high lunge. Good. Exhale, hands come down. Stepping the right foot back. Knee come down, chest comes down. Either low cobra or regular cobra. Lifting the chest up, pull the chest forward. Inhale. Exhale, lowering. Find your way back in downward dog. Inhale, stepping the left foot forward. Come on up, high lunge. Reach up. Good. Exhale, hands come down. Stepping the right foot forward to meet the left. Back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reaching the hands up. And exhale, bring the hands in prayer and find the heart. Again, inhale, reaching. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, stepping the right foot back. High lunge. Exhale, hands come down. Stepping the left foot back. Good. Your choice of vinyasa, consider upward dog this time. Lowering, then with the exhale, inhaling, upward dog or cobra variations. Good. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, stepping the right foot forward. Come on up, high lunge. Reach out through left heel, sink in. Good. Exhale, hands come down. Stepping the left foot forward to meet the right. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reaching the hands up. And exhale, bring the hands in prayer to the heart. And one more sun salutation, still building heat here. Inhale, bend the knees, chair pose. Good, then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, jump or step back, vinyasa. Good, exhale, downward dog. Inhale, stepping the left foot forward, right heel down, warrior one. Come on up, sink in, left knee or left heel. Good, exhale, hands come down. Stepping the foot back, vinyasa. Good, downward dog. Inhale, stepping the right foot forward, left heel down, warrior one. Reach up, sink in. Good, exhale, hands come down. Stepping the right foot back, vinyasa. Good, exhale, down dog. Bend the knees, look, jump, step forward with the exhale. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Let's pause here in chair for a chair twist. Deep inhale. Exhaling, left elbow, right thigh, twisting. Good. Bottom hand of fist, top hand clasp over it. Stacking right elbow over left. Hi, Chandra. One. Good. Breathe here. Inhale back in your pose. And exhaling, right elbow, left thigh twisting. All right, inhale back in the chair. And exhale, forward fold. A flat back. Exhale, jump or step back. Vinyasa. The downward dog. Inhale, reaching left foot up toward the bend the knee and open up here. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale, knee to nose, shifting the weight forward. Inhale, back up. Exhale, knee to right elbow. And inhale. Exhale, knee to left elbow. And inhale, back up. Exhale, knee to nose, placing left foot through. Come on up to warrior two. And so, quick little alignment cue discussion. Left heel, right instep intersects, reaching the hands up. And we're using warrior two as a transition pose. Inhale, straighten left leg. Exhale, reaching the hand forward and down for triangle pose. Good. Right hand reaches up and back to the chest and the heart. So left hand could be on shin, it can be blocked depending upon how open you're feeling. Breathe into your area. Every pose accesses your area in a different way. So don't waste this moment. Really caretake your area by paying attention to it. And inhale back up to warrior two. Good. Now listen carefully. Hands come down on the inside of the foot. Keep your feet in a warrior two stance, but the hands come down. Coming into a pose known as head to ankle prep. Wave your right hand to me. High right hand. Walk your right hand toward the right foot. That's the back foot, about 6 inches from the right foot. It's on the floor. Place your left hand on left knee and straighten your left arm out. So your left hand's on left thigh, you straighten your left arm out. I'm doing it up here. You're noticing I don't know if you can see that because I'm wearing a black shirt, but the left shoulder is coming up toward my ear and my left arm is straight. And it's tractioning my left side body, my torso area, the inner right groin, the left hip, into that. All right, and then releasing here, turn your left toes in. And then just come into a gentle forward fold, straddle forward fold. You can stay here or walk your hands back to the wall that your butt is facing. All right, then walk your hands forward, come about halfway. Walk your hands to the front of the mat. Turn your left toes to face toward the front of the mat. Step the left foot back. You're vinyasa or skip it if you need to. Good. Exhale, downward dog. All right. Inhale, reaching the right foot up. Bend the knee and open up the hip here. So allowing the right foot to release toward the buttock. Right knee face ceiling. And inhale, straighten the right leg up. Exhale, knee to nose, shifting the weight forward. Inhale, back up. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, reaching. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale, reaching foot up. Exhale, knee to nose, placing the right foot through. Warrior two. And straighten out the right leg. Inhale. Exhale, reaching the right hand forward and down for triangles. Left hand lightly and open up the chest and the heart. All right, come back up to warrior two, just for a moment. Hands come down on the inside of the right foot. Leave your feet exactly where they are. So you're in a warrior two foot stance. Walk the left hand back toward the left foot. Place the right hand on the right thigh. And press the thigh away from you for head to ankle prep. Right arm is straight. Right knee is stacked over the right heel. My hips are fairly tight, so my right toes turn. That's fine if they do. Just make sure it's not tweaking your knee out. And your right hand's acting on the thigh, not the knee joint. Create that new space that you're creating through the pose. And releasing there, turn the right toes in. So your feet are in stride. Your toes are turned in slightly more, so slightly pigeon-toed. All right, Kamidasana. Shift the weight over to the right foot and walk your hands over in front of the right foot, stretching for your left inner groin. Some choices here. You can stay here, floor. You can also turn your left toes up toward the ceiling. Find out which one works best for you. Good. You can also bring the hands in prayer. My right heel is actually coming up off the mat, and my knees feel just fine. But if for any reason it's hurting your knees, have your hands on the ground and start giving yourself support. Okay. All right. Then let's come on to our second side. Shift the weight over. Good. Second side, Skandasana. Breathe here. Breathe into your area that you're focusing on today. All right, then releasing there. Walk your hands back to the front of your mat and move through a vinyasa. Downward dog. Okay, listen carefully. I'm going to be bringing you eventually into scissors. Believe it or not, this downward dog abs team that I teach quite a bit in my class actually preps you for scissors. And we'll explore a little bit of intricacies of the body support for scissors. Okay, so here we go. Inhale, reaching left foot up toward the sky. Exhale, knee to nose, shifting the weight forward. Pause here. Knee to nose, foot toward buttock. Lift up to the upper back. Push through the hands. Good. Inhale, back up. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Again, pausing. Foot toward buttock. Push to the hands, squeeze the inner elbows toward each other, wrap the shoulders. Good, inhale back up. The left elbow, if you can get up to the left shoulder, even better. Pause there, maybe the knee on the tricep. Good, inhale back up. Exhale, knee to nose, placing left foot through. Right heel down, warrior one. Come on up. And then bring the hands behind the lower back, interlace the fingers. Good, breath here. Just a couple breaths, just feeling this before we come forward into humble warrior. All right, come on into humble warrior. Some of you might need a strap in between your hands. Left shoulder on left thigh as you come forward. Some of you can start working your shoulder off the thigh. All right, then release the hands. Turn them back to come into lizard pose. Good. So this right quad needs to be stretched to be able to come lizards. Forearms on the ground. You can get them, if not, forearms on blocks. Or block. Or pillows. Do a half split with the left leg out to left. Now we're back up. You lost me there for a moment.
No, we can see you.
Okay, cool. Hi, Tushka. Love you. Turn on the whole left leg. So you can see how this is mimicking our scissors, Kundanyasana, which we're going to come into in a second. All right, then walk your left foot back. Listen carefully. Bring your left arm underneath your left leg, your left hand on just the outside of your left heel. Good. Shift the weight over to the right foot. Lift your left foot up out to left. This is stage one. Left foot lifts up out to left. Stage two is turning the back toes under, lifting up back up lizard, but leaning over to the right hand. Lift your left foot up. Stage three. Right hand walks back about 3 inches, turn the right fingertips out, come into supported scissors. Right elbow into the thigh, the right elbow into the right rib cage. Lean forward into the right arm. Straighten out the right leg. Trying to teach arm balances virtually might be the biggest yoga practice I can do. All right, then step back. Hi, Lizzie. Downward dog. Move through an optional vinyasa here. All right, inhale, reaching right foot up. And exhale, knee to nose. Pause, knee to nose. Foot toward buttock. Push to the hands, lift up the upper back. And inhale back up. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Again, push to the hands, lift up to the upper back. Foot toward buttock. Inhale back up. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Get up as high as you can toward the shoulder. Inhale back up. Exhale, knee to nose, placing right foot through. Warrior one, come on up. Coming into hands interlaced behind the lower back, using a strap as necessary to support this. Chest is opening. 2 breaths. All right, coming forward into humble warrior. Those of you that are newer to this practice, keep the shoulder on the right thigh. If you want a little bit more, maybe start to work your right shoulder off the right thigh. All right, releasing here. Lizard pose. Turn the back toes under. Walk your left foot back. Right foot walks out to maybe the right side of the mat. Forearms either on blocks or on the ground. Or it's too much, you keep your hands on the ground, on the mat. And then let your neck relax. Let your jaw go. Maybe do some figure eights with your jaw, especially if you tend to hold tension there. Open your mouth and just move the teeth around in figure eights. All right, then bring your left knee down. Half splits into that angled half splits. Walk your right foot out. Turn on the inner line of the right leg by pushing through the ball of the big toe. Some of you get your forearms on the ground here. And that's almost a little bit too much for me, so I'm going to back off and forearms on blocks. Okay, come up out of there. Walk your right foot back onto your mat. Okay, if you know scissors come into it, those who want me to talk you through stages, I will. First stage, hand comes just behind the right heel. Right hand behind the right heel, arm underneath the right leg. Lift your right foot up out to the right. That's stage 1. Stage 2, turn the back toes under, kind of like lizard. Lean over, lift the right foot up out to the right. Stage 3, left hand walks back about 3 inches, turn the fingertips out, elbow in the rib cage, lean forward, and lifting the left foot off the ground. Or not. All right, step back. Optional vinyasa here. Nice, Riley. Yay. I haven't done arm balances in a long time. All right, it looks like we might need to release our wrist for a moment, Hasana. Inhale, reaching left foot up. Exhale, shin toward hands for pigeon. Before we come forward, let's spend a moment releasing our wrist. Left hand takes the weight. Rotate the fingertips to point back toward the left foot on the right hand. I have to do each wrist by themselves because I just feel like sometimes my wrist needs a little bit more support. So second side, right hand takes the weight. Left hand fingertips point toward the left knee. All right, and then coming forward into forward fold pigeon. Nice work today. Generally speaking, if you want more hip stretch, walk your right foot back some more. All right, then come on back up. Step the left foot to the back of the mat. Pedal legs out here. Inhale, reaching right foot up. And exhale, shin toward hands, pigeon on the right side. And then pause here. Before we come forward, let's do the wrist stretch. This time, shift the weight over to the right hand. Turn so that you have the back of the hand facing down on your mat and the fingertips are pointing toward the left foot. Sorry, the right foot, pardon me. So for me, I definitely need support through my right hand to support this stretch because it can feel like you're overstretching. Be aware of that. Don't overdo it. All right, then switching the hands up. Weight goes on the left hand, right hand comes down. Back of the hand. You can probably see it better here with my right hand if you're confused to what we're doing here. All right, then releasing there, come forward into a forward fold. Pema has a great quote that I've memorized by accident. Some of you have asked me about that. I don't actually intentionally memorize anything. They just keep in my head from sharing them so often, and because they really resonate with my spirit. I would say it's another reason why I memorize things. But it goes like this. If your everyday practice is to open to all of your emotions, to all the people you meet, to all the situations you encounter, without shutting down, trusting that you can do that, then that will take you as far as you can go. And then you will understand the teachings, all the teachings that anyone has ever taught. So from Pema's perspective, which is a Buddhist perspective, this is the practice. This is what we're doing here on our spiritual path, is just allowing things to rise and fall in their natural state. The Buddha says the main reason why we suffer is because we want things to be different, or we believe things should be different. Breathe that in, 3 more breaths. Just see if there's a truth in that for you. All right, come on back up. Stepping the right foot back to the back of the mat. Pedal legs out here. And then come onto your knees. Bring your legs out in front of you. And then come all the way onto your back for happy baby. And some of you might want to do another warm down pose to finish up the practice. But I wanted to make sure you get a fair amount of shavasana. So if you want to do a warm down pose, kind of have a little bit less shavasana, that's totally cool. All right. And coming into final resting pose when you're ready. Shavasana. All right, start to bring conscious breath into the body. And moving your fingers, your toes, your hands, the feet, ankles, and wrists. And reach the hands above the head. Come into a deep stretch. Deep inhale. Exhaling. And bring the knees in the chest. Roll over onto the right side and push yourself up into a seated position, keeping the eyes closed just for a moment longer. Slide your hands on your area that you worked with today, your emotional area. Just check in, see if there's any shifted for you. Sometimes it can be overwhelming to feel, and so sometimes we just have to learn how to take little bites of feeling, not jumping right in. Or maybe it's helpful to work with a therapist, right, to kind of start to feel again. We've done such a good job of shutting down over the years. Some of us need help to feel. All right, bring the hands in prayer. Sharing a quote from Forrest. It's really helpful to feel the damage fully in order to let it go. And that's kind of a bitch. But if you keep pushing it away again and again, you encapsulate it and you think you've handled it, it becomes a little emotional pussball. And still sticking poison into your blood system and into your musculature and into your soul. How do you let go of those things that keep making you into a victim or keep you in shutdown or whatever it is that dulls or disconnects you? Can you get more enchanted with being turned on than with being doled out and disconnected? And I would offer up to you that last part. Can you get more enchanted with being turned on than with being doled out and disconnected? Was our practice today, where we're using, where we hold our emotions to wake up, to get more connected, to get turned on. Just breathe that in there for a moment. See how that feels for you. And take a deep breath up and bowing forward with love and with gratitude. May our practice provide us healing, and may we reflect that healing out into the world to help create more peace. Namaste.